Hello my earthy souls, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is Ocean Jasper. I am an intuitive tarot reader, and today we're going to find out what does your crush think about you. So we have 3 piles here that you can choose from. There is a Temple of Water in pile number 1 with the MOTH. Then we have the Labyrinth in pile number 2 with the Bone. And finally, we have the Dark Cave in pile number 3 with the apricot seed. I also want to show you the decks underneath. We have the Mystic Fairy Tarot deck in pile number 1. Then we have the YEVELLIN Tarot deck in pile number 2. And finally, we got the Spirit Song Tarot deck in pile number 3. You can find the timestamps in the info box below. Whenever you're ready, you can click on those and it will bring you directly to the beginning of your reading. Bear in mind that you can take as much time as you like in order to make your choice. You can even pause the video here and meditate on your person if you like. And as well, you could do the opposite and go very impulsively, whatever your gut feelings are telling you. If you feel very undecided regarding your choice and you prefer 2 decks, for example, out of 3, you could listen to the 2 of them. So just be very in tune with your feelings, and I'm sure that there is no place for uncertainty because spirits will guide you towards the right path for you. And if you feel the need to go more in depth in your specific situation, you can contact me and book a private reading with me. You can find the prices in the info box below as well as the email. If you like, I also offer some distant Reiki healing sessions, so you could get one of those for yourself as a little treat if you'd like. And if you are looking for some ways to support the channel, there's plenty of them beside the usual like, share, comment and subscribe. You can also donate to the channel. There is a PayPal button, and you can also have a look at the Amazon wish list just in case you feel like sending some decks my way to kind of change a bit the vibes. And yes, those are the ways, but even just your presence is more than enough, so do not feel obliged to do any of that. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the love and gratitude and the support that I've been receiving from you. It really fills my heart with joy. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video, and I'll see you at the beginning of your reading. Hello earthy souls, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen pile number 1 with the Temple of Water, the MOTH and the Mystic Fairy Tarot deck, which I have here on a side, and we're going to use it right after these oracle readings. So I decided it would be best is to start your reading with some messages from nature first, to kind of ground ourselves and get this beautiful basic of the reading, understand the structure, understand the skeleton of this reading, and then go more in specific, in depth with the tarot. So first of all, we have this Temple of Water. So clearly your person, your crush, think about you as a person that is very self-aware, a person that has a lot of a person that knows herself a lot, that is very in touch with her intuition, a person that feels very comfortable with her feelings and with other people's feelings. So somebody that has a lot of empathy for others, for sure. And they see you as a person that is very pure as well, with this cherry in reverse, very feminine but also very pure. So it could be in the practical sense, as in you try to stay away from substances that would harm your health, or you might try to stay away from people and situations that would harm your well-being. Or in general, they see you as a pure person that has lots of beautiful pure intention towards others. And there is another card that connects you with other people, the white mulberry here in the middle. Indeed, the mulberries speak about having a harmonious relationship, not just with people around, but also with animal. Okay, so they think of you as a person that always bring peace. It's also beautiful because we have a very similar messages from these runes here. Indeed, they speak about always bringing peace and tranquility and light wherever there is chaos and darkness, whatever there are some troubles, you come in there with your wisdom, with your pure energy, with your lovely intention, with your intuition as well, and your ability to understand other. So they think of you as a great mediator, possibly. We have preserve as well, which speak about your desire to always save a relationship or a friendship in even during hard moments, even during troubles, even when there is no understanding, even when anybody else would probably take the easy option to run away, you stick around to those people and to those relationships, to those connections, and you try to take the best out of it because you know that is worth the trouble. You know that you'll be able to overcome the obstacles. And indeed, we have the mountain here, which is the card of obstacles, and the oak card, which is the card of strength and endurance. So they see that you have really long lasting friendship, that the project that you start, you bring them to success, you stick with them, and you never give up. That's what they see in you. A really strong character that does never give up. And with this juniper card as well, we have, they see you as a person that always bring light and fun and energy, or somebody that is able to invigorate herself after some problematic period or during some chaotic times. You always find the reason to stand up on your feet again, encourage other people's, motivate yourself and others, and keep going. So there is this general sense of endurance in you, even when things are not set in stone. With the godmother here, even when there is uncertainty about the future, even when you have no clue what the future will bring, you still maintain this, any project or any relationship, you maintain this joy, this spark of life. Even if a bomb could explode out of your window tomorrow, even if you knew that, you would still spend the evening by having fun and staying close to the people that you love and nourishing those connections and feeling alive. You know, doing any activity that sparks an interest in you and that makes you feel alive. There is crossroads as well, which this card could have two interpretations. So it could mean then they see you as a person that as often has to face a difficult decision, right? They might see you as somebody that have to make constant choices every single day, especially if you deal with people, if your job include having to interact with people a lot. They see that you need to make important choices every single day, which could bring to life or death, essentially. Not doesn't necessarily have to be that drastic and that extreme, but they are important choices that would have consequences in the future. So here it means there is two interpretations, as I said. One, it could be that they see you as a person that has the right strength and the right determination to make choices, and you take the responsibility happily. because you know you have the good intention of all, so you don't mind taking these decisions, you don't mind having this responsibility of others and preserve. It reminds me that you want to preserve life, you see, because these cards speak about life, the invigorate, and the preserve speak about maintaining them alive, you know, conserving. Like preservative would maintain a solution throughout the winter without getting germs and bacteria attacking it. So you want to maintain lives alive, people's alive. So it could be that you work in a hospital, could be that you're a nurse, could be that you are a vet. Not necessarily, but you might have to have those qualities, those skills in your work life in general, in your life in general, and they do appreciate how courageous you are, how brave you are to take those choices on a daily basis. And they see that you have a good ability to follow your intuition and to believe in your visions. Okay, because the godmother bring visions as well, and you believe in those visions and you just follow your gut feelings. Some other people might feel uncertain about what they feel, but you don't. You know that you need to follow your heart, that you need to follow those signs from universe, so those weird feelings that you have around your body, you know that they have a meaning and they direct you towards a choice or another. The other interpretation of this crossroad is that your person does not know whether they are interested in you in a romantic sense or not. This person is afflicted because he's going through this internal conflict and they do not know whether it is the wise choice to see you, to hang out with you, to date you, to be in a relationship with you or not. Okay, because they do see some obstacles with the mountain. Okay, so that could be the alternative interpretation. They see a possibility in this connection to be brought to life though, and they do appreciate your pure intention in this connection particularly, and they see a potential for it to be long lasting, although they could be slightly scared about the fact that there is uncertainty regarding the future and they don't really know what is going to happen. But they know that you make them feel at peace within their heart. They know that this connection has a lot of harmony and you wake them up. Okay, you brought peace in their life. Okay, so that could be the other interpretation, which is strictly connected with how they feel about you and not just how they see you, what they think about you. So you take whatever resonates. The second interpretation is obviously way more personal and speak about the two of you and the connection between the two of you. So let's take those in mind and have a look at the tarot deck. The Mystic Fairy Tarot. By the way, if you like to get this deck for yourself, you can find the Amazon affiliate link in the info box below, which means if you decide to buy the deck from there, you're also going to help slightly the channel with a tiny little commission that will come from Amazon and not from you. For you, indeed, the price is going to be the exact same as everywhere else. Okay, let's try not to make a mess. What does your crush think about you? Two of Pentacles. So this person is thinking about the potential of this connection and whether they can juggle it or not. Nine of Wands. Let's put them together. Then we have King of Swords, Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Strength. That's amazing that we have the Strength right on top of the Oak card because they both speak about strength and endurance and having a fierce spirit. So what wands is this? 9 of Wands. Okay. So this person, this person might think of you as somebody that has already gone through a lot in life. They might think of you as somebody that has already got hurt from a relationship, or somebody that is still healing from it. And they might see you as somebody that is trying to make a choice for the future. Indeed, look at this. We have the choice card with the crossroad, which is another choice card. So they might see you being undecided, having pure intention, but still having the need of having some extra time in order to make a choice. Okay. Queen of Wands, it could be that right now you are trying to recover your energies and you're trying to get in touch with yourself again, and you're trying to understand what is your purpose, what are your passion, what is your reason to be alive, what is it that would make you feel alive. And funny enough, because we were speaking about the spark of life with the Juniper card, so they see you clearly. They see you as a person that is very attractive, that has a lot of energy, that has a lot of enthusiasm, that always make everybody feels alive. But also they can see that sometimes you need to recharge your battery, of course, and this is one of those moments. Okay, so they see you with the need probably to retreat a little bit, or they see that you are not the same as you were before. You're a bit tired, you're a bit hurt, possibly you're trying to hide away, though the fact that you have to make constant choices every day might actually make you feel very tired, or the fact that you have an important choice to make right now is making you a little distant. Okay, so they might perceive you as distant because there is this obstacle that raised and has imposed you a choice. Okay, and they see that you have a little bit of indecision. They trust your intention, they know that you'll always take the right path for yourself and that you will stick with it, but they know that at the moment you're not feeling the best. Well, that's what they are thinking of you currently. Okay, King of Swords, Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Strength. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, they think of you as somebody that is actually finally freeing herself or himself. So they know that in the past you might have been struggling with other people's imprisoning you, or you might have been struggling with some limiting beliefs about yourself. You might have blocked yourself from achieving certain dreams. You might have stopped yourself from doing what you wanted to do. You might have felt trapped. Okay, and now you are finally understanding that you can unravel these ropes around you, that you can unravel these thorns around you. You're free again. You're free spirit. You can make your own choice. Okay, so it could be that they see you exactly as somebody that has, I mean, it could be an actual prison for some of you, or it could be a moment of segregation. You might as well have to isolate for sickness, or you might have had to isolate because of study or any other reason that you might be aware of. And now, since you got out of this isolation, you are facing an important choice. Okay, and they're waiting on it. King of Swords and the Strength. They clearly see you as a person that is very truthful, somebody that is very responsible, somebody that has the ability to achieve a mental clarity, somebody that has a vision for the future as well, somebody that has everything organized, somebody with a great ability to communicate, and somebody that can have that cold blood when you need to make choices, when you need to take important choices. You can detach yourself from your feelings if it's needed. If you need to see the situation from a more practical perspective, you can do that too. So you do not allow your emotions to completely swallow you up. So they see you as a very balanced person. And somebody that, if faced with a choice, will always take the path that is best for everybody, not just for you. So they see you as a generous person that can handle with some harsh truth just because it would be benefiting everybody else. That's what I'm sensing here. They also have no doubt that if you are going through some difficult times, if you're a little bit tired or if you're a little bit wounded, they have no doubt that you have the strength to come out of it as soon as possible. And they already saw some signs of healing with the Nine of Swords in reverse. And the King of Swords as well give you a lot of assertive energy. So they see you as blossoming. They see you as somebody that is taking advantage of certain inconvenient situations that has hurt you and take the good lessons from it. So those who thought they were inflicting pain onto you, they didn't know that you had this power to turn those experiences into lessons, into new strength. So if, for example, some people in the past have tried to weaken your voice, after that experience, you came out even more assertive than ever. So they really, really believe in you. Queen of Swords in reverse. And Ten of Swords with the Three of Cups. Again, the Three of Cups speak about harmony, and the Ten of Swords speak about ending. So again, it feels like when some people do some harm to you, when some people has bad intention towards you, or cast a bad spell on you, or try to create a painful ending, or where you're going through some difficulties, or when you feel that everything is happening to you and you feel trapped and you don't know how to come out of it, you still find time for your friends. You still make the best you can to regain harmony. And you don't get vindictive. So I can see your ability to forgive other people and your ability to go back into loving each other and being at peace with everybody, even when you would have the right to be upset and angry, you still try to move past it. So that's what they think about you. Then we have King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So they definitely see you as a person that is very loyal, a person that is able to commit to people, to jobs, to projects, to trips. So somebody that maintain their promises. They see you as somebody that is very hardworking as well, and also a person that could have a successful relationship with. So if they think about the two of you together, they can see that it would be last long, like we saw with the oak before, with the preserve card as well. As I said before with the oracle, this person really think that this connection would last and would be durable. That would be an important connection and not just a fling, and that you be able to grow together. You'll be able to go past certain conflicts because of your great abilities to communicate, and because of your big heart and your ability to empathize with others, and your desire to maintain friendship and connection even when something is a little bit rotten and other people would easily run away, as I said before. So these messages are coming out again. They see you though with this Four of Swords that you are in need of some rest. So it really makes sense with the Queen of Wands in reverse that we saw before, and the Nine of Wands as well. So they see you in need of retreating from the world and taking some time for yourself and healing, and take some time for making this important choice as well. So they don't want to interfere, and they know that even if you are in the middle of a crisis, you will be able to find the light, as we saw with the runes. What does your crush think about you? Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Cups. So your person does not want you to be alone. Your person does not want you to feel comfortable and at ease when you're by yourself. They know that you might actually have a good time by yourself, but they would prefer if you were with them instead. They think that they could satisfy you emotionally, and they think that you would nourish them emotionally as well, that you could be very happy together and achieve anything that you want if you were together. That's a beautiful message. Six of Wands and the Devil in reverse. So it's a bit of a cheeky card here because they want to show you to the world. They can't wait to be with you and show to their friends what a great catch they are with. Okay, so it's because they find you not only very attractive, but also they appreciate your big heart, as I said, and your ability to communicate so well, and your desire to take care of others. Like, there's a lot of things about you that they could feel proud of, and they'd love to show off, basically. Knight of Cups in reverse and Eight of Swords in reverse. As well, another message that is coming from the Devil in reverse and the Six of Wands is that they think of you as somebody that should be proud of yourself. Like, you should be proud of you because you have overcome certain addictions or certain toxic patterns, toxic habit that you might have had in the past, or because you got rid yourself of certain people that were not good for you, or certain situations that weren't good for you. As we saw before, you might have gone through a phase in which you were trapped, in which you got badly hurt, and so they think you should totally be proud of yourself because you made it. You came out of that dark tunnel. Knight of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it feels like somebody has been slimy with you. Somebody has scammed you in some way, or somebody has not been what they promised you they were being. Okay, so you might have been upset in a romantic setting here. And you might have thought that it was all your fault because you should have been able to see it. Let me see this. Just want to see, yeah, Nine of Swords. Okay. So they see that you were able to come out of moments of fears and anxiety. They can see how hard that is as well to heal from that. Okay, so especially if somebody physically trapped you and blocked you and hold you down and isolated you from the world, so they can see how amazing is the work that you have done on yourself to get rid of all of those anxieties. So they can understand if you are in a moment of indecision now, if it's time to understand whether it's time to open yourself up again, romantically or not. Okay. Five of Wands. So it really feels like this person would love to be with you, but they think that you are a little bit conflicted. Okay, Ten of Cups. Yes, they really think that they would be absolutely the happiest man or woman on earth if they were with you, and they're just kind of waiting for you to make the choice. Basically, they know that there are obstacles, they know that it's hard for you, they know that you're still healing, but you are kind of trying to feel at ease in your skin again, but they're really hoping that you will make the right call with them. Oh my god, just when I was speaking about the right call, the Judgment card came out. Amazing. Which it does speak about calling. Okay, Judgment in reverse. They think that you don't know yet what to do here. They think that you eventually will find a resolution, you will find the answer, you will be enlightened, you will find the light within all of this chaos. But at the moment, they see you as somebody that doesn't know what choice to make yet. Knight of Pentacles, and somebody that is not making an action just yet. Okay, you're not going to invest. A Seven of Cups. There's like too many choices ahead of you for you. Okay, there's too many possibilities, there's too many opportunities, there's too many roads that you could take right now. And so you're still in the process of envisioning those and try to feel what would it be best for you. But at the moment, you're still in this moment of confusion, okay? And so you think that it would be the wisest thing not to make an action just yet and not to invest. Look, Six of Cups, not to invest in a connection right now, in a soulmate connection. Although they think and hope that you actually have the same feelings for them with these Six of Cups. They hope that you have the same intention as them, because they think that you are their soulmate, clearly. Yeah, because we got too many. We got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups now. Beautiful. So they just hope that you will choose them, basically. Yeah, I got another card of conflict here, the Five of Swords. They really think that it will take some time for you to come out of those doubts and uncertainty, but they also have trust that you will make the right call. Queen of Pentacles, they trust you. They have a lot of admiration for you. They, as I said before, they know that you'll always take the decision that is best for everybody's interest and not just yours. Queen of Pentacles is extremely generous, want to share her abundance, is somebody that show love through practical help. So you could be involved in some social work, as I'm hearing as well. You could have been slightly traumatized by some experience at work. That could be for some of you as well, and that's why this wouldn't be the best time to start a new relationship for you. At least this is the energy that they feel from you. Okay, they generally, I can see they feel a lot of love for you, and they are really hoping that eventually you'll end up together, but they see that you need some time for yourself in order to make your decision. It's funny how the moth as well speak about being blind by the light, and they keep struggling and crashing against a lamp. So it really feels that this moth is holding as well the concept of being hurt from some past experiences and temporarily blind by it and confused and disoriented and not being able to understand what to do just yet. Okay, so I really hope that this has resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below if it did, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video. I'm here if you ever would like to receive some private reading, and for the rest, thank you so much for all of your love and support, and I really hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love. Hi earthy souls, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Labyrinth in pile number 2 with the bone and the YEVELLIN tarot deck, which I have here on a side, and we're going to use it right after we interpret these beautiful oracles. Indeed, I decided to start the reading receiving some messages from nature, receiving the skeleton of this reading from what trees and bushes and flowers and fairies have to tell us. So we have here, first of all, the one that I'm focusing on is the ritual and the anchor. So your person, your crush, think of you as somebody that pay a lot of attention into the daily routine. You might be a person that is very organized. You might have certain habits that you like to stick with every single day, and you as well value a lot some special rituals like saying thanks before eating, or writing your journal before going to bed, or writing a symbol in the earth when you are gardening, before gardening, so to thank the earth or to send a beautiful spell of abundance within the earth. It can be something as easy as writing a list of the things you want to do during that day. It seems like you're a mindful person. You might have the ritual of breakfast, for example. You always sit in the backyard drinking your green tea and listening to the birds. So something like that. Of course, it may be different for you. Everybody has their different rituals, but they see that this is give you stability, give you security, makes you feel grounded. Okay, with the anchor as well, the anchor might be saying that your person consider you as an anchor for their life. Okay, they see you as a very important person and that they would be absolutely lost without you. I see a blue and abundance and the stork as well. So all right, the heart center, the love card as well. So what I'm perceiving here is that you represent a major change. You might represent a major change in their life. So whenever they met you the first time, or when you united again after some times of not being in each other's life, you have represented a change of direction in within their life. So it feels like you've offered them a lot of abundance. It could be abundance of love, it could be abundance of joy, it could be that you have introduced your person, your crush, to a lot of your friends. So you might have included him in your friend circle. You might have welcomed him into your home and introducing him or her to your family. So you have brought a lot of abundance in their life after a period of isolation and depression with this blue card. It could be as well that you have taught him with the ritual and the abundance, the ritual of the habit of being grateful every single day and writing a journal about things that he or she should be grateful about. And that has changed massively their life, has brought a lot of changes. You see, yeah, I'm focusing as well on the water, on these rims on the water. So everything started from one little touch of the, it's not a heron, I don't know the name. Oh yeah, the stork. Sure, sorry. The just a touch of the little foot on the water, and it just created this rims in the water that kept vibrating and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So is the sign that even just one little gesture can actually have major consequences on other people's life, whether they know it or not. And that's what you represent to them. They see you as somebody that has taught them how to open up their heart. Okay, so before they might have felt really abandoned, left out in the cold, they might have closed their heart, they might have not been able to trust anybody, they might have not been able to love or feel loved. But when they met you, everything started changing. They finally felt connected, they finally felt like they belonged to. That could as well mean instead, that could be instead all about you. Okay, so they might be saying that you have been depressed and isolated in the past, and then eventually go through a moment of transformation and find yourself a purpose of loving other people, loving nature, feeling more connected, finding more people around, being more grateful, and changing your life back around because you had set the intention. Okay, so it might be speaking about them or it might be speaking about you. You will be able to figure it out as well with the horse chestnut in reverse. They see you as a person that has the consideration to the spending of time before judging a person. So you do not judge people from their appearance, and you don't jump to conclusion too quick when you see some others action. So they might have felt like you really embraced them and you have not judged them. Maybe, for example, they did something wrong, they know that they did something wrong, maybe even illegal, or maybe something unhealthy for them and or toxic, and you have still not judged them because of it. You might have been the person that actually loved them for what they were unconditionally, while many other people instead might have judged them or pushed them away. Instead, you embrace them, so they feel this unconditional love. This could be as well their higher self, talking to you, not necessarily them. This is what they feel, their spirit feel about you. Okay, so they might have not show it, but they feel this unconditional love from you, and it has been very, very healing to them. The Monterey Pine as well speak about somebody that doesn't let destruction get in the way, somebody that has a purpose, somebody that, yes, has set an intention and does not want to, it does not want to be distracted by, for example, substances. It does not want to include any toxic habit in your life. So again, we're going back to the topic of having a healthy habit. Then we have two runes. We have the Heiwas and we have the Odin. Okay, the Odin speak about a blank page, speak about the unknown, and speak about surrender as well to what you don't have control on. And the Heiwas speak a lot about the connection between the spiritual world and the material world. So that bridge between the earth and the sky, and the mysteries of death. So these two runes together might be talking about surrendering to the death mysteries. So you might be representing for them a person that has taught them how to surrender to death. So maybe the reason why they were so depressed and isolated is because they have lost somebody they were grieving, and you were the healer for them. You represent the healer that has helped them to get out of that circle and accept the death of a person or the animal. So that's what I'm seeing here. You might represent as well a medium that has helped them to be connected with somebody that they have lost and that they have on the other side. The bone here represents foundation. So again, I have this idea that you are a very important person to them, and they feel like thanks to you, they can stand up straight. So what does a body do without a skeleton? It just collapses to the ground. So you do represent this skeleton to them. Not to put any pressure on you, of course, you need to do your life, and you need to try and not create codependency, of course, and you don't need to enable codependency, but just to say how important you have been, even if you will have to leave or be more emotionally, physically distant. I think that this person will still consider you as a major presence in their life that has created a major changes, so they will always be thankful to you. That's what I'm perceiving here. I hope it is resonating with you guys. Otherwise, if it's not how they feel, it all is speak about you wanting to have some stability in your life, wanting to maintain some habits, being a considerate person, being grateful every single day. So they see you as a very positive person, very loving person that has gone through some hard times, but then, as I said earlier, you were able to turn your life back around, that have some feeling like you have a purpose again, and accepting. So maybe you might be the one that has gone through some grief and not them. So feel free to swap around the roles here. So let's get the YEVELLIN Tarot deck now. I don't have much space to show you the shuffling, but probably you can hear it. So let's see. Just showing you the cat in the deck. We have Magician in reverse. What do they think about you? And Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. Clarified by Knight of Wands. Oh, beautiful. And the Six of Cups. So I can see here that in a moment where they might have felt powerless, they might have felt useless, or they might have felt detached from their purpose, or they might have felt as if they were not able to manifest what they wanted in their life, and they might have felt very confused, extremely confused. With the Two of Swords, you have represented that ray of sunlight that just rushed into their life. You know, when you have a really dark day, a stormy day, and the sky seemed to be absolutely covered in black clouds, and then all of a sudden a beautiful ray of sunshine come and hit you in the room, and everything seems so different. So you represent this to them, okay? That hope, you know, you brought a lot of hope, you brought happiness, you brought joy into this person's life. And the Six of Cups, you brought them love, you brought them connection. Again, you reminded them that who they belong to. You make them feel as if they belong to something. Maybe you knew each other since you were kids as well, so that could be also one of the reasons why you were so important to them, but not necessarily. Six of Cups as well speak about soulmate, so you might be a very, I mean, maybe you guys are not together yet, otherwise we wouldn't call him a crush, I suppose. Or maybe yes. You could still have a crush on them even if you're still together, if you're already together. But yeah, it could be that they consider you as their soulmate. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. But definitely there is a lot of romance here and the sweet feelings. They feel like, yeah, they consider you as very innocent and very pure and very sweet and adorable, but also full of passion, full of motivation, with a purpose, and you're just dragging them along with you in a positive way. As in, you being the person that has been dragging them out of bed and just sending them out in nature and do some adventures together. Okay, that type of energy. Let's see some more. Yeah, wow, 10 of Swords. And 4 of Swords in reverse, clarified by 5 of Cups. And the Fool in reverse. Okay, something is happening here. It could be that you guys have had some separation. It could be that this connection relationship had to end at some point, and it could be that you have gone through a massive ending that was really, really, really painful, and it made you feel as if you couldn't stop looking back and you couldn't have a new beginning. You didn't have that energy anymore to start something new, and you were absolutely restless, impossible to sleep at night, impossible to detach from these thoughts, from this pain. So either you or the other person has gone through these feelings or is going through these feelings right now, or the two of you together. So it could be that this beautiful connection has actually been quite challenged by a big ending here. Okay, and it's quite sudden and abrupt. Maybe it could be as well, since before we talked about interpretation of you being able to remove them from that isolation mode and making them feel alive again and making them feel loved again and connected. But it could be that they dropped again into this moment of depression, and although then we would be focusing way too much on the way they are feeling rather than what they think about you. So I think, I don't know, this is coming out really loudly though. Let's see some more clarifying. So it could be that for some of you, you see, we were just talking about you being possibly their soulmate, and then all of a sudden there is this big ending. So it could be that you represent a huge, heartbreak for them. Okay, it could be that they got disappointed because they thought there were some hope there, and then because you helped them so much, and maybe they thought that you were interested in them romantically, but then it didn't happen. And you know, life is weird. Humans are weird. Sometimes we're really unable to express how we're feeling, and sometimes we don't, just because we are afraid that we're ruining a special friendship. So let me know in the comments below if you did have a crush on them and you were hoping that it was reciprocated, but you just felt like it was inappropriate because you were being friends, and therefore you might have rejected some gesture from them as well because you thought it was inappropriate. Let me know if it's a situation like this, because it feels really complicated. 7 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so you represent somebody that they're still having patience on. You still represent their ideal partner. And sorry, I was just checking the light if it was okay. The cards seem being really red. So you represent somebody that they think is worth waiting for, is worth keeping working on. You are their ideal. They put you on a pedestal. They really appreciate your whole personality. They see you as a very independent person, very strong woman or man, doesn't matter the sex. They see you as somebody that has been able to follow their own dreams and fight for their own dreams. Somebody with a great connection with nature. Somebody with a lot of energy. Somebody with a lot of joy that always spread joy around. And somebody very adventurous as well. And so it feels like something ended or something, yeah, didn't move forward. There has been a huge pain here. Whether they withdrew because they have some mental issues, or as in depression or anxiety, and they just couldn't believe into this new beginning, and in their head, you know, with the magician in reverse, they might have just created the opposite scenario in their head and not understood your intention whatsoever. And so they fell, like, it feels like a big void here with these four cards. It feels like they fell into depression again, unless it was you, unless it happened to you to fall back into that grief again. But they're still hoping that the ray of sunshine that you represent will still come out again, okay? Because they know that you are generally a person that is very energetic and full of life, and so they feel really sad seeing you depressed and feeling so down, and feeling, looking at you still not doing anything for your life, okay? So of course I can't tell, since there's so many of you and I'm not talking directly to you. I can't tell who's one, which one is which, but you please let me know in the comments below who's going through this hard time, if you know. It could be as well that, as we were saying before, this could represent that moment of isolation that they used to have before. And again, you represent this major personality that has come around and had hope for them, gave them hope. Okay, you might have believed in them, believed in their potentiality, believed in their skills and talent, believed in their soul. So you gave them a new chance. Excuse my voice. Ten of Wands in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Wands in reverse. So you represent somebody that has lifted a giant burden from their shoulder. It could be that they have gone through a big disappointment in love and they couldn't see a future anymore. It was really hard to get out of bed. It was really hard to make plans for themselves. They abandoned themselves to the pain. And you have been able to remove those burdens to them. Page of Cups in reverse, the Star in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you might be representing as well a dream that didn't come true to them. For some reason, it could be that they were not emotionally ready, they were not emotionally available because they just came out of that darkness and they were still healing from a past breakup. And they were quite confused on whether what to do, what should they do, but they denied this love, okay? They might have denied your offer, or it could be the opposite, that you have rejected their offer, or you have been confused and undecided about what to do with them. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of like the end of indecision as well, the end of waiting, the end of juggling. And the Star seems to be like the end of chasing an impossible dream. And the Page of Cups, the denying an offer, rejecting an offer. So it could be that once you rejected them, they have stopped kind of chasing you, chasing that dream, stopped juggling their thoughts about what they should do or not. Or it could be the opposite, as I said before. So it could be that they had to reject your offers. Since he's your crush as well, it would make sense as well, unless you have been hiding your feelings very well. It could make sense that they had to reject your offer because they were not emotionally available, they weren't ready for this, and so they feel like they have broke your dream, but they didn't want to lead you on. with these Two of Pentacles, feel like they didn't want you to believe that there was a chance there, but then it wasn't. So they wanted you to be free to make choices for the future. Ace of Wands. So yeah, you represent a false beginning, or something that was supposed to fire up, as something that was supposed to progress, that was supposed to bring lots of joy and adventures and sensuality as well, and attraction. But then it didn't work out. Six of Pentacles. So things are not reciprocated here. Whether they do not reciprocate you or the opposite, there's no reciprocation here. There could be lack of physical attraction. Maybe they tried and then they felt as if their body wasn't really listening, their body wasn't helping out, it wasn't working down there. Sorry, it's being very specific, but for some of you that could be the reason. Maybe because they connected on a soul level with you since the first minute they know you. Maybe because you represent an old friend to them. Maybe because you saved them from that darkness. Then it was hard for them to see you as a sexual figure, as a sexual object, even though they see you very attractive with the Queen of Wands. But for some reason they felt stuck in there. It's like their second chakra, the sacral chakra, is being blocked. So I feel that even though you might have taught them unconditional love, even though you might have helped them a lot, you might have included them in your family or in your circle of friends, it could be that at some point they might have completely ripped away your dream. Okay, they might have rejected your feelings, they might have broken your dream, and just because they felt it was the right thing to do, they finally opened up to you, and they realized that maybe they were juggling you with another person as well, and they didn't want to do that to you, so they had to kind of end this connection. They had to be honest with you and tell you the harsh truth that they were not physically moved, as in physically attracted to you, or that physically wasn't working out, or that they didn't have the same feelings for you, or both of them. Unless this is the opposite and it was you doing that to them. Although it would be a very weird scenario. I mean, very peculiar. Because if they represent your crush, I don't see why you would have to reject them that way. But that's also a possibility. You might have had your reasons. You might have had your blockages. So I'm very curious to know. So let me know in the comments below. So let's get a few more cards. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they wanted to get out of the indecision. They wanted to close a cycle. The Hanged One and King of Wands in reverse. It feels like yeah, you represent to them a cycle that has ended. You represent a chapter that has ended. Sometimes they might have thoughts about how it would have turned out if they would have stayed, or if you would have stayed, but more often than not, they try not to think about these scenarios because it would put them in a toxic mindset. They know that it's not really good to them to go in that path, to take that road. They just need to accept the present, accept how things happened. And King of Wands in reverse. It feels like you represent this. You might represent something that they're not really proud of themselves with this King of Wands in reverse. Feel that this King of Wands might represent them, and they feel as if they feel embarrassed, as if they weren't able to satisfy your needs as well. So if you guys have tried to have a connection but then physically it really didn't work out because of lack of chemistry, or because they might have had some inhibition, and so they might feel really not proud about them, although it might have just been something that they had no control over. And we had the blank runes there, the Odin, which does speak about having to surrender and to the fact that they have no control. Okay, so it might not be easy, because maybe when they think about you, they think of them as a giant failure. Also, they might regret it because you meant so much to them, and you still do with the anchor and the stork. And look at them, they're still showing there. So you might still represent a really important person. I feel that you still represent an important person, although the cycle had to end. Nine of Pentacles, it feels like they see you as somebody that is happy on your own right now, that you have been able to turn your life back around, as I said before, and that you've been creating so much abundance into your life, and that you're happy out, you don't really need anybody else. And I got here an Hanged Man in reverse, so they do think of you as somebody that is not waiting on them anymore. Okay, so they might have found out, or you might have told them in the past that you had a crush on them. You might have opened up to your feelings to them, and they might have rejected them, but now they can see that you are happy on your own, that you're not waiting for them anymore. So that could be a great satisfaction of you, because it actually feels like you're giving your power away when somebody knows that you're still hoping for them to come back to your life, that you're still in love with them even though they have rejected you. So it got kind of, I feel that satisfaction for you, knowing that they are aware that you're not waiting for them. Okay, so it feels like kind of ending the reading here, because I've been saying enough. Let me know in the comments below if it has resonated with you. Love to know from you, and I'll answer to each one of your comments as soon as I see them. And please, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happens every single week between 2 to 3 times, but the times are not set, the dates are not set. So if you do not want to miss any of them, just hit the bell, and I'm here if you ever need me for a private reading or Reiki healing session. That's really everything. Thank you so much for the love and support, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love. Hi earthy souls, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Dark Cave with the Apricot Seed and the Spirit Song Tarot deck, which I have here on the side, and we're going to read them after interpreting these beautiful oracle cards that I have here draw for you. So just to start the reading with some messages from nature to understand the skeleton of this reading, and now we can go more in depth with the tarot cards. So let's start with magic and regenerate. Okay, so we have the lady's mantle and the moral mushroom. So clearly they think of you as a magic creatures, whether you actually have some magic powers, whether you actually like to practice some witchcraft, or simply because you are a magical presence, you represent magic to them because you have turned their life back around very quickly, or because you're so unique and special and they've never found somebody else like you. And regenerate speak as well about somebody that is able to regenerate quickly after somebody passing away, so after a big loss, or after a big ending in general, or after losing something and not succeeding in something, in a project or a job. You can regenerate quickly, not only for yourself, but you have this ability for other people as well. So you might have helped them healing from a big loss, for example, or you might have helped them healing from a deception at work, or a sentimental deception, something like that. You have been magical to them because of this regeneration property. You have this to know that the moral is a mushroom that always grow only after some organic matter decomposing. So if it wasn't for some death processes, it wouldn't survive, it wouldn't be alive. So it reminds us the need, the importance and the opportunities that come around even after something has ended, right? And as well the need of certain things to die in order for other things to be born. I feel in a way as well this idea of reincarnation. I know that it might sound a bit freaky and too out there, but since we have the shaman spirit here, then we have this spirit presence with the juniper as well. The weavers which speak about fate and destiny, and the tree which might speak about genealogic tree. It could be that you represent somebody that has reincarnated again from their ancestors. They might feel that after they have lost somebody, then they have found you, and maybe you're not the actual reincarnation of that person, because it would not be possible, it would be too quick if they lost this person in this life. But maybe you remind them of that person, and so it feels like magic to them because you're so similar to that person. I feel that maybe they might have lost a daughter, and then you really have similar personality to that little girl, and so it feels like magic. It feels like this has definitely been part of the destiny. This was supposed to happen, and there's spirits around that they cannot see and you cannot see, but that they are kind of orchestrating this meeting. It's a little out there. It might not be resonate with everybody, but this is what I'm picking up from these cards. Otherwise, I see as well that they think of you as a person that they can feel protected by with the tree, because you are offering them a shadow, right? And a lot of abundance from for the fruits of the tree. The trees are such a generous species. They can offer us their roots, their leaves, their branches, their fruits. There's so many benefits from every single part of the tree, but more than that, they offer us grounding and protection, and from the weathers. But also, if it wasn't for trees, there would be so many what's it called, flooding. That's the word I was looking for. So you definitely represent some protection to them, or they see you as a person that generally is very protective of others, that defend other people, that take care of them, so quite motherly as well. And with the garden, you represent a safe space for the people to feel at ease, to feel like they can be themselves and they can be lighthearted and play, not having anything to worry about. And the olive as well speak about a secret place, okay? So they see you as a person that is quite aware, a person that is very spiritual in general, a person that believes in faith, a person that likes to have, you might have your own altar, or you might consider your home as your altar. So you have this sacred space in which you cannot enter with your shoes, or there is incense, or there is chimes, or you don't allow negative people getting there. You always make sure that the environment is all being cleansed. So they see you as a person that is quite spiritual. And as well, you might be a little innocent. Sometimes with the juniper in reverse, you might not always understand whether certain people's intentions are bad towards you, because you have such a big heart and you just see the good in everybody, right? I can see as well with the runes we have Yera, and then the other one, what's the name of it again? Otila. So Yera speak about a bit about reward and success, and 1 year has been passed. So And the Attila speak about inheritance and possession and land, but as well as separation. So it could be that you guys have been separated since 1 year, that you have not seen each other in 1 year. Or they might be speaking about your ability to regenerate an infertile ground into a blossoming forest. Just if people just give you 1 year, you're able to transform everything from nothing to from zero, right? From zero you can transform everything. So you might have some green thumb skills, you might have some gardening abilities, you might have a veggie garden yourself, and you might already picking up the fruits of your labor here with the Yera. So you might have some land that you're working on, and that is already offering the fruits of your labor. You might already been harvesting some veggies that you have been sowing last year. Or in general, if it could be talking about you being very dedicated and hardworking, and even if a year has passed, the connection, it has not changed, so you give a lot of importance and value to the friendship around you. And the garden as well speak about friendship there. The dark cave speak about somebody that has been able to delve into the deepest realm of your subconscious. So they see you as somebody that is not scared to face the darkness, and you might have helped them to do the same. So let's have a look with the Spirit Song tarot cards and go more in depth into this reading. What do they think about you? What does your crush think about you? It's very positive, the fact that they see you as destined to them with these weavers, and as well they think that you belong to each other with this tree, and that you're a magical presence to them. It could be as well that a year ago you were breaking up, and now they're kind of hoping to regenerate to regenerate the connection and start from zero again. So they're kind of hoping that not everything is dead between the two of you. That could be one interpretation. Okay, so one card just fell, and is the Four of Feathers. So there has been some time of resting, some time of not being in touch between the two of you, possibly. I see some hibernation, and it makes sense with the Yera rune as well. The Hermit in reverse. So it's like they're contemplating, or they see you as a person that is contemplating to get out of the hibernation. So they see you as somebody that has had the wisdom to detach from the world for a while and dwell deep within your subconscious, as we saw there. Do some spiritual work on yourself, some personal growth, understand what your purpose was, understand what your destiny, what is it that you belong to. So you created this sacred space for yourself, and you possibly have been cutting communication with people around you, or you might have just withdrawn from the world for a while. So that's what they think of you as, somebody that, or generally somebody that needs time to recharge. Okay, so anytime after you have some social interaction, then you need to recharge yourself and spend some time alone in your sacred space. Although with the Hermit in reverse, there is as well this desire at some point to get out of that not loneliness, but the alone space, right? To get out of that hermit mode in which you just want to be by yourself. And they It feels like they're always there ready to get in touch with you as soon as you feel like coming out of your nest. The shadow and temperance. So they see you as a very wise person that is very, very patient, even when people treat you badly, even when people show their darkest side, right? You might have to deal with some people that have addiction problems or have some toxic habits or some horrible past which has traumatized them, and therefore they're really hard to deal with, but you maintain so much patience and you're always able to create harmony in within the room, so they really appreciate that. They might themselves represent this shadow, the devil. They might have been really challenging to them and they might admit that. They might have been in and out of your life with no regards of your feelings, or they might have had might have abused of some drugs or some substances or alcohol, or they might have been very toxic and abusive towards you, and they just notice how you have been able to find so much patience, so much tolerance, and so much forgiveness in within you. And maybe that is thanks to the fact that you spend so much time meditating, spending time by yourself, and reconnecting with your ancestors, doing some spiritual work, some shadow work. So they see you as somebody that can handle a lot. Transformation, so they think that you have changed for the better. Three of Shells is another card to speak about harmony and about taking care of your friends, having fun with your friends, celebrating life, feeling alive. So they might see you as a really good friend as well, and I see kind of the friend card with guardian as well. Queen of Crystals in reverse. King of Feathers in reverse. Let me clarify those. Awakening and the Moon in reverse. Okay, so this King of Feathers and Queen of Crystals for some reason seem to be representing some parents for some of you. Otherwise, for some other of you, might represent a couple. Okay, it could be you and this crush as well, the disconnection between the two of you. But let me start with the first interpretation. They might think of you as somebody that has been able, lately at least, to feel enlightened, to feel awakened by the injustice that you had to endure in your past, especially from your parents. Because Queen of Crystals and King of Feathers seems to be people that do not make you feel at home, do not make you feel comfortable, do not support you financially, do not believe in you, do not tell you the truth. Some people that could be abusive and could be really unfair towards you and might teach you the wrong values. And so they see you, your crush see you as a person that has grown so much. You are magical because it's impossible that with the parents that you had, you came out so pure and so spiritual and so beautiful and so caring of others, so protective, so friendly, so inclusive of everybody, so honest and able to see the darkness within yourself and the darkness within other people and still being forgiving towards that. So they think you as a magical person because of it. And certain things has been hidden for a long time. I see here with the Moon in reverse, and you might have felt confused and lost for a long time, but then this transformation happened and you're finally awakened from it. You're not confused anymore. You are guided by your intuition now. Although these people, these parents might have tried to drag you down with them, okay? So that is one interpretation. Otherwise, this could be simply talking about the two of you not working out as a couple in the past. And as I said before, with the Yera rune, it could be that you guys might have not seen each other in a year, and it could be that you were together a year ago. Okay, but it feels that you were not good for each other. Possibly the two of you were not in the healthiest state of mind. Okay, maybe one of you has suffered from not having enough in life, from not having the basic need being satisfied, and the other person has suffered from parents that were liars, that were really harsh. So the two of you might have been in a very unhealthy state, as I said, and therefore not being really good for each other. But they think of you as somebody that has changed a lot for the better, somebody that is able to maintain a healthy, harmonious, happy relationship. So they admire you for that. And as I saw before with the mushroom and the regenerate, there could be hope from this person that things are going to regenerate between the two of you. What else am I seeing? Yeah, that's as far as I can see. Then there is 4 shells in reverse, Page of Feathers, and 3 of Feathers in reverse. So yeah, they see you as a person that has a lot of focus, a lot of determination to make the right decision, and you have been, you've been trying to create a new path for yourself. So people might have tried in the past to make you feel as if you were unworthy, unlovable, not good enough, and that might have definitely created a huge pain within you. But you have been able to create a new purpose for yourself and have a lot of curiosity towards a new path. Okay, so you had to reinvent yourself. At least this is how they see you, as somebody that had to reinvent herself or himself again and make decisions for yourself that were really different from your background. Okay, so definitely they see you as a survivor and a really strong personality. 4 of Acorns, Queen of Feathers in reverse, and 5 of Shells in reverse. So they see you as, they think of you as a person that is able to celebrate life, that is able to be grateful for the present moment, for the things that you've been able to attract until now, for the people that you have around now. Even when there's still some people around you that don't have the best intention, as we saw with the Jupiter in reverse. Like this Queen of Feathers might seem quite harsh on yourself. This could be as well you being harsh on yourself, by the way, or some actual physical person around you that is like telling you awful things about yourself, hoping that you're going to believe her. There's a lot of female energy, but doesn't have to be a woman. And I see that you've been able to just step away from it. You see, with the 5 of Shells, is somebody that if it was a bride, it would be focused on the past, on the things that they have lost, and being very nostalgic and being stuck in the past, basically, not being able to look forward. But this is in reverse, so they see you as somebody that has finally found a light, that has finally found a direction. And so they have a really high opinion of you. That's what I'm seeing here. What else they think of you? What else does your crush think of you? The Sun, it doesn't matter if it's in reverse, the Sun is always a positive energy. So they see you as this beam of light. You're so full of vitality and joy and excitement and curiosity for life. You always try and make people feel better. Okay, so definitely positive. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Pile number 3. How does your crush see you? 8 of shells. So the 8 of shells is a very similar message to the 5 of shells. It's somebody that has been able to regenerate herself. Amazing. We just got the mushroom before the moral. So this, yes, speak about renewal, about being able to cut your if you got a limb chopped, like metaphorically, like the starfish, you've been able to regenerate that. Okay, so whatever you've been deprived of, you've been able to recreate it yourself. So if you haven't been receiving love and support from your family, you've been able to create that for yourself. A 2 of acorns. I can as well see that for some of you, it could be that you're feeling a little bit confused right now because you don't know what is your next step going to be. You don't know where you're going to land next, and you don't know where to direct this energy. What would be the right thing to do? Should you move away entirely from your place, from your village, from your country? Or can you regenerate yourself whatever you are? Can you actually maintain that tolerance towards the people around you that have been a negative influence towards you or not? Okay, so they can see you as being a little bit confused on what to do. The world, yeah, there is this need of closing a chapter. They might think of you as part of the past as well. They might think of you as somebody that is very dear to them, but you have closed a cycle now. They might have had this connection with you, as I said, a year ago. This card as well speak about fulfillment. So it feels like that satisfaction of when you actually end up a task, finish a project. So they see you as a person that has actually come around 30-60 degrees in your life, and that you should feel proud of yourself because you made it, you survived it. Okay, there is so much water left in your tank. Look at this Knight of Crystal. There's so much endurance in you. You could literally go anywhere. You have so much determination, and you're able to invest your time, energy, and money very wisely. You are very focused. You have a lot of energy with this King of Acorns as well coming out. You're so optimistic, and even if you might have moments at times of losing that energy, losing that optimism, you still have a direction, you still have a purpose, and you can find that back around. We're all humans, we all have up and downs, of course. But they see you as a person that is always able to regenerate that energy again, especially after recharging yourself with some alone time, as we saw before. That's something that you really need. Knight of Crystals and King of Acorns as well is telling me that this person see you as somebody that they should make an action on. Okay, that they should make a move on you. We got this 10 of Feathers. Speak again about recovery, transformation, releasing negative energy, healing. So it could be that, guys, with this world and the 10 of Feathers, a chapter definitely has ended. It has caused pain, but now it's time to regenerate. It's time to heal. It's time to make new plans, make new actions, and come out of the confusion. So yeah, it could be that they are just accepted that this chapter is ended with you. Or you might have or they might speak about a cycle that has ended for you. You might have been in an abusive relationship for a year, for example, and has had to endure so much, and now you're finally come around, you're finally healing. So look at this. The two crystals literally jumped off the deck, so it feels like they might think as this is the right time for them to jump in and make a move, because one chapter is closed. How did I not see that before? Okay, so they might see that something has ended in your life, that something is changing, that now you're coming out of the hibernation mode as we saw before. You have recharged yourself, you're full of adrenaline now, you are looking for a new direction. You don't know exactly where to end up, but you know that you are regenerated now. You have left that pain in the past, so they feel like this is the right time to jump in and make a move towards you. So that's what I'm seeing. I really hope, guys, that this has resonated. Let me know in the comments below if it did, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, you can hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video, which happens every single week, about between 2 to 3 times per week, but the dates are not specific. So if you don't want to miss any of that, just hit the bell, and I'm always here if you'd like to receive a private reading. It would be such a honor. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I hope you're doing well, and I hope to see you again in the next video. So much love to you. Bye bye, guys. Big hugs.